the crazy things I like the most. Just before I sent you, just before I sent you, walking out the door.
Hey everyone, it's Pete, back with another video in my series of 30 plus that I'm recording, making to promote this album, Silhouette, Dafni's songs performed by her friends. Today I am at the Beverly Hills City Hall. In the last video you might recall the cremini mushroom proposal. Well, Dafni and I, we looked for where we could get married quickly in Los Angeles. The options were like downtown LA Courthouse, Santa Monica Courthouse, or Beverly Hills Courthouse. We chose of those three the most exotic sounding, and that's Beverly Hills, so we decided to get married in Beverly Hills. Got married here on July 17, 2003. A good date, July 17, because Dafni's birthday is July 19, so as a typical male who finds it difficult to remember anniversary date, it was kind of easy because I knew it was either 2 days before or 2 days after Dafni's birthday. Easy to remember. We got married here very soon after that proposal, probably within 2 weeks, I guess. It depended on when they had, what days you could get married on, and first you had to get the license, then you had to make an appointment for the marriage. So I think it was about 2 weeks, so it didn't take long, and then soon after that I started filling in my paperwork to get my green card, and everything was fine regarding my immigration status. The day we got married here, I remember we had 3 people witness it. One was Brian Robbins, who was Dafni's guitar teacher. One was Sarah Hickenbottom, who took some photos, was Dafni's friend of mine from the lab. And the other was Andy Riley, from bass player and singer from Stay at Home. We got married here. It was a very simple, uneventful ceremony. One thing I remember is that I was kind of not thinking straight when the lady, made us affirm our vows, and she said, "Will you honor and obey and love and cherish and all that?" No, hang on, I got that wrong. Yeah, maybe that's what she said. She said, something like, "Will you?" I have it on the video. I'll show the video, a little bit of the video. But she something like, "Will you honor and obey till death do you part," and all that stuff. And I said, "I do." Or I should have said, "I will." I think that's what they wanted. I don't know. I just remember goofing that because I wasn't thinking. I thought everyone says "I do," and then when she asked the question, it was like they said I do, but I should have said "I will." Anyway, it didn't matter. Still got the certificate. I remember we didn't have rings at the time. I guess because we rushed so much, and it wasn't a form, you didn't need to have rings, so that was kind of something. When I watched the video, I thought I'd lost the little video that Sarah filmed, but I found it about a month ago, so that was nice.
Peter, do you take Dafni for your lawful wedded wife to love and honor and cherish in sickness and in health, in prosperity and adversity, and forsaking all others? Do you promise to be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And do you take Peter for your lawful wedded husband to love and honor and cherish in sickness and in health, in prosperity and adversity, and forsaking all others? Do you promise to be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
All right, will you both turn and face each other? Peter, will you take this ring, please? Put it on the ring finger of Dafni's left hand and repeat after me. I, Peter.
I, Peter.
With this ring.
With this ring.
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
And with this ring.
And with this ring.
I pledge to you.
I pledge to you.
My deepest love
my
and
deepest
devotion.
love and devotion.
I will love you.
I will love you.
And respect you.
And respect you.
All of my life.
All of my life.
I have chosen you for my partner.
I have chosen you for my partner.
And Dafni, will you take this ring, please?
Okay.
Put it on the ring finger of Peter's left hand and repeat after me. I, Dafni.
I, Dafni.
With this ring.
With this ring.
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
And with this ring.
And with this ring,
I pledge to you
I pledge to you
my deepest love and devotion.
my deepest love and devotion.
I will love you
I will love you
and respect you
and respect you
all of my life.
all of my life.
I have chosen you for my partner.
And I've chosen you for my partner.
And with the power vested in me by the state of California, I now pronounce Peter and Daphne as husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. You did beautifully.
It's a little tight.
After the ceremony, we went a couple of blocks over that way and had lunch at a restaurant called Nick's, I believe. Let me go. I might go over there and see if it still exists. I remember having lamb chops, and they were delicious. What else do I remember? That evening we went to Daphne's parents had booked us a hotel room in Marina del Rey, so we spent the evening down there. And when we arrived, there was a whole platter of shrimp and beers on ice, and it was just wonderful. Had a lovely dinner. A couple of days later, maybe the day after, we arranged for we told people in the lab who wanted to come and celebrate with us that we would be on the Waterfront Cafe, where I filmed my Funky Jen Let's Pretend video intro at. We went down there and a few people from the lab came down. I don't remember how many, it was a small group, maybe 7 or 8 people came. That was nice, and that was it, and we were married, so very simple. After this though, we had a Greek Orthodox church wedding as well, Daphne being Greek, and custom in the Greek on the Greek Orthodox is that you have to have a church wedding, otherwise God doesn't bless your wedding. So we had one at the St. Sophia's Church, and I will make my next video, or one of the next videos, over there to describe my memories of that momentous occasion. This video though is about Christina Ortega's version of Daphne's song Walking Out the Door. I think this song, Walking Out the Door, is another one of Daphne's best. I think it's really fun, upbeat, full of energy, packs a punch. I remember when Daphne first wrote this song, it was kind of written more from the point of view of the singer Daphne being the victim. She was the one being kicked out of the house, walking out the door. And my recollection is that I told Daphne that I thought it just sounded like, she shouldn't be singing songs where she's the victim. She should be singing songs about girl power and feminist ideology or something like that, where she should kick the guy. It just sounds weak. So she said, well, why don't I just change it to, instead of just before you sent me walking out the door, why don't I change it to just before I sent you walking out the door? And it was just like the song just lifted. It just took on a different feeling, like, yeah, this is an empowering song now, not one of like self-pity and victimhood, but one of empowerment. Kick that guy who's cheating and treating you mean, kick him out the door. And I have a couple of other memories of it. I remember when she introduced it to her band, she had a rehearsal with, I think maybe just Jeff, the bass player, maybe Will Forbes, or maybe, I think it might have been, maybe Jeff and Will rehearsed it. I know they had a gig at the Pike in Long Beach, and Daphne's drummer wasn't available to do the rehearsal, but she sent him an MP3 maybe of her and Jeff playing along, and then just hoping he could come up with something, because she really liked the song, she wanted to perform it. And then when they did that song at the Pike, it was just like, oh my god, Mark played this amazing drum part. It was just came out of nowhere, just this amazing drumming. And we were just, I was just in the audience, but I think my jaw hit the floor. I think he called it the Boogaloo beat, and it was just like fit the song perfectly. Daphne had no idea what he was going to play. None of us knew what he was going to play, and he just played this amazing drum part like without any rehearsal. So that's another thing I remember about this song. And one other thing, Daphne and I were contemplating making a music video at one point, and the theme of it was going to be that, well, she was going to this song is all about kicking a guy out the door because he's no good bum. And we had the idea of maybe that she would have her band with Jeff, Mark, and probably Peter Kavanagh. Maybe that rehearsal with Peter Kavanagh. I don't remember. We'd have the video. In the video, she would come home and she would find, let's say, Jeff Ruckness in bed with Jeff's wife in real life, but it would look as if like Jeff was Daphne's boyfriend and that he was cheating on her, and then she kicked him and his real life wife Caroline out the door, and then we'd have another scene just repeated with Mark Sanfilippo in the bed with his real life wife Cami, and Daphne would come home, find them in bed together, kick them out, and then maybe find Peter Kavanagh with his girlfriend Sue, and kick them out. But we never made that video, but I thought that would have been a fun concept. Let's see, Christina Ortega is someone Daphne wasn't really close friends with. We knew her for many years, just seeing her out and about. We knew she was like a singer, but she wasn't performing all that often, if at all. And we only ever heard her sing a couple of times, I think, in maybe at some kind of like multi-artist event, or maybe she would come up and sing a song with the band if we were out to see some band play. I seem to recall meeting her at the Coffee Gallery backstage in Altadena when we went to see Icy Hawks in LA play. Maybe the first time we ever saw Icy Hawks in LA play. I think Christina was there and she had a little dog with her. It was either a Chihuahua or a poodle or something, some small little dog. I think she has, probably of all the people on this album, she is probably the most accomplished singer, the most technically, the greatest singer, and she just has such a powerful voice. And this song, which is a song about kicking a guy out the door, and it's got a kind of rockabilly kind of beat to it, boogaloo beat. It needs a powerful woman's voice. I think, kind of like I said with the Funky Jen version of Let's Pretend, that I felt that was a definitive version. I think this is a definitive version as well. The band sounds fantastic. Christina belts it out. My goodness, what a voice she has. And I think this is a song we recorded again at Kevin Jarvis's studio on one of these multi-artist days. I think she and the Funky Jen, they recorded their songs one after the other. And it features the guys in Daphne's band. Mark Sanfilippo on the drums, Jeff Ruckness on the bass, and Peter Kavanagh plays some fantastic lead guitar on this one. I am delighted with how it turned out. I am very happy with the performances all around. I'm happy that Christina picked that song. It's the perfect song for her. I can't think of another Daphne song that would have been more perfect. It's one of Daphne's best songs. Christina, I think, does the definitive version now. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this video and the song, and I will see you all in the next video. Okay, bye.
Missing out on all of the fun, trying to make myself believe that you were number one. I thought you were the honest type, that's why I let you hold me close throughout the night. You made me blush, you made me smile. I haven't felt like this in such a long, long while. Just before I sent you, walking out the door. Don't want you anymore, you really are a bore. Oh baby, baby, keep on walking. Baby, keep on walking out that door.
Did you hear the band all right?
Well, I don't remember exactly the first time I met her, but I remember the first time I really got to know her and recognize her talent. Mm-hmm. It was a girls' weekend up at Peggy's house in Malibu.
Oh, yeah.
And there was even a time when a lot of the girls went topless in the hot tub. I don't remember if Daphne was part of that. I wasn't. I think we were inside talking, and she was playing. And I remember hearing Sarah Stanley say, "You're my favorite guitar player, Daphne." And I was like, oh, that's not a compliment one would give out lightly. And so throughout the course of that evening and weekend, I heard her playing, and I was very impressed. I was impressed with her commitment, how she was so disciplined with how she taught herself. But, you know, she was disciplined in so many ways in her life. You know, she was a fitness enthusiast. But yet with all of that, she always had the sweetest spirit about her. Like, she always seemed like the person you could open up to and tell anything to, and she would understand, or she would at least listen. So I feel like that part of her personality imbued her as a performer and as a songwriter. It felt like you're listening to a friend and the friend is listening back.
Oh yeah, I've been a fool, trying to make myself play those impossible rules, missing out on all of the fun, trying to make myself believe that you are number one.
Well, walking out the door was kind of an obvious choice for me to do, because it sort of had a swinging, almost rockabilly feel to it, and I really love that kind of music. It lends itself. I always like a song that I can sink my teeth into. That's why I like murder ballads, that's why I like opera, and that's why I like songs like Walking Out the Door. It just, there's a little bit of an attitude in it, and that works for me very well. So that's why I was drawn to doing that song.
Just before I sent you, walking out the door, don't want you anymore, you really are a bore. Oh baby, baby, keep on walking, baby, keep on walking out that door.
The night, just when I thought everything was going alright. You kissed my cheek, you held me close, you whispered all the crazy things I like the most. Just before I sent you, walking out the door, I thought you were the honest type, that's why I let you hold my clothes throughout the night. You made me blush, you made me smile, like this in such a long, long while. Just before I sent you, walking out the door. Oh yeah, I've been a fool, trying to make myself play those impossible rules, missing out on all of the fun, trying to make myself believe that you were number one. I thought you were the honest type, that's why I let you hold my clothes throughout the night. You made me blush, you made me smile, I haven't felt like this in such a long, long while. Just before I sent you, walking out the door. Trying to make myself believe that you were number one. I thought you were the honest type, that's why I let you hold my clothes throughout the night. You made me blush, you made me smile, I haven't felt like this in such a long, long while. Just before I sent you, walking out the
Well, the band is amazing, and I know that I'm an accomplished singer, but it says something when I can be in a room, in a studio, with a bunch of musicians and an engineer that I feel are lifting me up to another level. It's nice to have that. It's a challenge. It can make me a little nervous because I'm not used to doing a lot of session work, but I am definitely honored to be part of this project, for sure.
Thank you for being here. I'd like to thank the good intentions. I'd like to thank Peter Cavanaugh, Mark Sanfilippo, Mr. Jeff the Wolfman Robbins. We're going to close it out with a song called Walking Out the Door. Just before I sent you walking out the door. Oh yeah, I've been a fool, trying to make myself play those in part of the road. This is not all, trying to make myself believe that you were number one. Believe that you were number one. I thought you
The thing about Dafni is she seemed like a person that never wasted a day.
Yep.
I try to remember that. She didn't seem like somebody that felt sorry for herself. She embraced every challenge, every adventure. And I think we all should be more like that. We miss her.
All right, guys. Fabulous. Fabulous. Everybody ready? Let's run it.
make myself believe that you were number one. I thought you were the honest type, that's why I let you hold me close throughout the night. You made me blush, you made me smile. I haven't felt like this in such a long, long while. Just before I sent you, just before I sent you walking out the door. Trying to make myself believe that you were number one. I thought you were the honest type, that's why I let you hold me close throughout the night. You made me blush, you made me smile. I haven't felt like this in such a long, long while. Just before I sent you, just before I sent you walking out the door. Don't want you anymore, you really are a bore. Oh baby, baby, keep on walking. Baby, keep on walking out that door.
That was a good one.